Well, welcome back to the other part of the program. What I meant to do was pause it so that I can close it and it pops up into the nice VR studio, but I accidentally hit stop. So now I guess this is another part. We're going to call this one using the program. So open up your VR studio. And it's going to give you this window, ask you to configure it. I like to keep mine windowed because I like to keep the program on one side of my screen like this and then look at my reference picture when I'm drawing the hair that I want. So you can actually, but if you're going to freehand it, you can actually just uncheck the window, or you can set it to a smaller setting depending on if it's, very heavy on your graphics card. But it's fairly light, so really just leave it as is, and then press play. Oh, it's so tiny. Oh, it's adorable. I should have been making it this small. Alright, like I said before, the program is totally in Japanese right now. English version is coming, slowly but coming. But I'll walk you through the program so that you know what to do. So I'll put it in the center while we're doing this. So when you come, you're going to see two buttons that are right here. This is open, and this is start a new project. Since I don't really have any. I remember in the first version of it, open didn't really work, so you can just ignore open and just go right to new. When you do, you get a new one that says enter your character's name. You want to make sure that you don't put any special characters inside your name, like, at, comma, semicolon, any of those kind of things, and no spaces either. So it's all going to be just one word. So Ginkgo. And once you're done, you say okay, and you'll get the please wait, it's loading screen. So we're going to wait while it loads, which usually isn't long. Okay, it's pretty long. I'll pause and wait when it comes out. Okay, seriously, as soon as I press the pause button, that's when it loaded in. Alright, so when it's all loaded up, you'll see that your base anime girl pops in, and you're greeted with all this Japanese text and sliders, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? It can be pretty intimidating when you first open it, but it's actually really simple. Since we're not focusing on creating a character right now, we're just going to focus on making the hair. I'm going to stretch this out a bit so we get a better view. We're going to go to the hair edit and click this button right here, which is the second one. And this is going to take us into our hair modification. So I'm going to hold down shift and use, well, I don't need to hold down shift. You can actually pan with just pressing your mouse button wheel in, and it allows you to slide your character around. I'm just used to holding down shift and doing that with Blender. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the same camera controls that are in Blender are the same with this. So you just scroll your mouse wheel up in order to zoom in, scroll your mouse wheel down to zoom out. I feel like holding down shift lets you do it faster, or control lets you do it faster, but in reality it probably doesn't. It's just force of habit, muscle memory, if you will. Alright, so now we got our avatar position. We're going to dive into the technical stuff of it, which is how to actually do it. So this program has two features when it comes to making hair. And 1 minute. Sure, can you die a little quieter? Please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sorry, he's playing Dark Souls. Alright, so like I was saying, this program has two methods of making hair. One is from generated strands that they give you, and the second is from hand-drawn strands. You can use a combination of generated strands and hand-drawn strands in order to create your hair, but you just gotta start, so let's actually start. So if you want to start with a generated base, you're going to first click on the arrow, and you're going to press this button right here that says create hair, or create hair base, and you'll see strands of hair come around, strands of hair generate, and the hair is on the net, and this net has a bunch of balls on it. Alright, well, since that didn't sound right, we're just going to say a bunch of points or dots. So these dictate, let's see, how can I say what this is? These are the strands that we're going to be editing. This mesh around it is the canvas for the hair, and the points are here to dictate how the hair either curls in, or you can just edit the hair like so if you want. If it's too close to the body, you can pull the hair out like that. But they also have sliders for that, which we're going to get into. So let's talk about these generated strands. We're going to turn our attention over here to our toolbar, which is really the command center for all these strands. Let's start at the top and work our way down. The first thing is our primary colors for how the hair is going to be colored. These actually serve as our material slots as well for the hair, and we'll get into that when we actually start drawing and making hair. You'll see what I mean. But for now, these are our colors for it. So this is the top color, main color, and you can change it, and you see it changes in real time. Just make it nice and bright. This is our secondary color for gradient effect. So you can see, let me see if I can get something. See, yellow. See how our hair transitions from blue down to that yellowy green. You can try something else a little more dramatic, like red, and you see how it transitions again from blue down to red. Cool. Select it again. And this green here is our overall shine. So you see it's like that. If we make it white, if we make it red, you see it has like a red tint to it, and that's what gives it the effect you want. So we move our way down the list. Like this, and this allows us to scroll and affect how the texture overlays. These are texture options, and it shows you how the texture is overlaid with the hair. So I'm going to zoom in so you can get a better look. This is like a really tight texture, so it looks like that strands of hair. If you want it more cartoony, you can stretch it out more, and it gives you this kind of soft, kind of cartoon stretched out hair. I like to leave it like really tight like this, kind of in between. Yeah, realistic strands, I guess you could call it. This, the same thing, just lets you scroll it over, and this, same thing, lets you control how much of the gradient is, how it lays on your head. So we can pull the gradient up so that it's more like light to dark, or you want the hair dark to light. So play with those. Next in line, we have our actual hair settings. So this is where you would do if you want to make the hair strands thicker. This lets you puff it out more. This one lets you pull it in. This one allows you to twist your hair up. So if you want to have a character with textured hair, you can turn the curls up all the way like that. Or you can turn it and make it in reverse. Let me close this. If you broke it and you want to revert it back to normal, you can just select the number inside here and then press 0, and that will revert it back to normal. I'm not 100% sure what this is yet. Or that. Oh, this one is their polygon quality, your render quality. This one turns it down, so if you want to make a low poly character, you can, low poly hair, you can use this one, and it makes it get pointy Yu-Gi-Oh like, or you can turn it all the way up and it makes it nice and smooth like this. These are curve settings, to curve templates, I guess we're going to call them that. And this allows you to take the shape of your hair when you're doing it. By default, it's this anime tapered, I don't even know what this shape would be called, but tapered end, I will call it that way. This is our blunt end, like this. This one is, no lie, called squid hair for making inklings. Let me see, where's that one to make it thinner so you can see it. See, like inkling hair. And this is squid hair. So if you want to make Splatoon ish characters you can with this. If none of these settings strike your fancy, you can play with the curve settings here and dictate how your strands come out until it looks the way you want it to. I like to stick with the default curve and then, pump up the volume like so. Moving on down and explaining the rest of the menu, we have the mesh editing, which is the hair net, which is what I'm probably going to call it from here on, because that sounds a lot cooler than calling it the hair mesh, because then you'll think it's these when it's not. Okay, so the hair net around our avatar, this is really our canvas for drawing on and making the hair. We're going to dictate it by using this menu right here. This will allow you to stretch the hair out so you can make long hair if you want. I'm trying to zoom it out. So you can make really long hair, and if this isn't long enough for you, you can stretch it using the points and make it like super, oh my god, wide long, as long as you want. Or pull it up, back up. There you go. Alright, let's just undo that because I think it's making me lag. Alright. Oh no, I messed up. I broke it. Let's put it back. Okay, so let's go back down to where we were. So, this is the hair length. So select the net here. This allows you to spin it around. This lets you spread it across the head. This is where your crown, your point is. You can make it like this and spread out. This multiplies your hair strands all the way across your head. And I think I need that other one that's up here to make it bigger. Oh, that's the net. Oh, I didn't even talk about the net. Finish the net. So we look at the hair net. This one makes it wider so you can see how far apart it is from your head. This makes it closer so that's on your head. This twists it to, and this pulls it in, and this flares it out. Sorry about that. So let's get our hair back on center. 0. Whoops. That's not 0. That's 0. And this is 0. I broke her hair. There we go. Now her mop is set. Let's scroll up here and make it bigger so that you'll have a full set of hair. And you can use the points to pull it out of their face. Because sometimes when you have it on there, it gets sucked into your face. And you're just going to use the points to kind of, pull it out. And you want to try to keep it even. I would love to see them make a mirror modifier for this, so that what you do on one side it does on the other. It makes it so much easier. So let's say you have a shaggy mop on your head like this, and it's totally covered up your face. They actually have a slider that allows you to pull it up on your face. As soon as I remember which one that was. Probably there you go. So you can actually pull the hair up, and you see it goes all the way around. You can also twist it right, left, and do that. What was that Justin Bieber like hair where it's kind of swept around your head? You hear the swoop. Or you can spread it apart, like spread your curtains like this. And just, really have fun playing with it until it gets to what you like. So this is the generated method of making, using the hair creation. There we go. That's very anime, right? Okay, so you can use this generated one to make a base so you don't have to draw all of it out. And there is some noise up here on the head, and that's because it's way too close on here, and I need to scroll up to the place where you can pull it out right here and puff it, and you'll see now I have my hair all set. Great. But we're going to get into the actual fun part of the hair, and the fun part, and that is drawing on the strands of hair. That was the highlight of the program when they showed it in the tutorial, the trailer for the program, and I'm going to show you how to do that in our next video, because we made our 15-minute mark, and I got to break this up for the people watching this on their cell phone. You can't watch it on their computer and data and all that junk. Anyway, so I'll see you on the next video where we talk about hand-drawn strands of hair.